Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. Joining us right here from the Tin Mountain Conservation Center is Jotham Oliver. How are you today?
I am well because of great people like you.
Yeah, well,
That's a good morning, Hannah. That's my 7-year-old. Got to get that out.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Hans there for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, how's everything going with you?
Oh, very well. Very well. We've had a great, successful summer camp so far with Tin Mountain. A great rock and roll camp that Phaedra Demers, who is our educational corner, has done amazing work with all the kids, with Mike Dufalo and Catherine O'Doyle, and who doesn't like Dexter Harding and Tamworth. These camps are flourishing and doing well.
That's great. Well, the Tin Mountain camps are always, my boys all went through them.
Oh, yeah.
And just a great adventure. And the things they learn and the things that they still talk about 20 years later, saying, I remember that in Tin Mountain. And like, yeah, we remember that. So
yes,
it's very cool. So there's still some availability with some camps too, I believe.
A lot of camps are pretty full.
Pretty full, but I think there's some.
Phaedra call.
Yeah, give a call because there might be some opportunities there. I know we talked about it last week on the program.
Yeah.
But coming up this weekend, you've got a big event.
We have a big event, a monstrous event. We have the White Mountain Century Plus. It's 109 miles. It takes an army of people to put it all together, and really looking forward to some good weather. Not this weather,
right?
Some better weather.
And so describe the route of the Century.
Sure. So you start off all nice because you go up to Tin Mountain and you bomb down Bald Hill Road. It's not a mass start. People leave whenever they want.
Yeah.
They come down Bald Hill Road, whee! Then they go up the Kank, they go to Bear Notch. If you're doing the 40 mile and you're like, oh, that's going to be enough, you're going to turn back 16 and come down West Side Road. But if you want more, you can turn left. You'll go up Crawford. Aid Station 2 is the turnaround for the 80. So you go up Crawford Notch, you go to Fabian's, you can turn down for the 80. But by and large, 90% of people that sign up for this event, they want their money's worth.
Right.
They want the 109. So they'll go to Crawford, then they make their way to Route 2, they go up Jefferson, wonderful hill in there. Then they make their way down to Gorham, they turn on to, maybe I got my routes messed up, but then they go to Pinkham, then they come down in, they make their way back into the village, take West Side Road, and then probably the worst part, which was called the Signature. One of my writers called it the Signature.
Signature.
You get to climb back up Bald Hill Road. 109 miles wasn't enough.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
You got to end on the big hill.
Oh my God, the cursing involved is
I can
prolific.
imagine. I can imagine. But what a neat event.
It is.
To be able to basically circle around Mount Washington.
It is. It's the best supported century in Mount Washington, hands down. Our rider satisfaction is through the roof. You're going to be taken care of with the food and the aid stations. Our volunteers are amazing. It's the best supported century, and this year it even got more supported. We have Hammer Nutrition supporting us as an in-kind sponsor. Eastside Bike Guides will be taking care of you if your bike has a mechanical issue. Chris will be there. With all the food, Pete's Restaurant, because it does take a village, like I just said. Pete's Restaurant's donated a cooler for us. Friarburg Fifth Way is helping us out with food. White Mountain Oil with the grill. Thank you, Barbara Hoyt, wherever you are, for cooking again. And Big Dave's. Big Dave's is helping us out with pickles. You want to know why pickles are important?
Why are pickles important?
Because our riders love doing pickle shots. So they like the pickle juice. Their legs are cramping.
Yeah.
They take shots of pickle juice, and that's what gets them through the day. So I'm just saying, it's very good. And all this is coordinated by Kat Ferguson, who is by and large the most benevolent person in the Mount Washington Valley. So Kat, wherever you are, thank you.
Well, and it starts, what time does it start? What time can you start riding?
So online registration closes tonight, but you can sign up anytime this week. You can sign up the day of, that's fine. You can, we have rider pickup Friday night from, I want to say 6 to 8. Probably those times are wrong, but you can check the website. And then Saturday morning you can show up, you can register then. A lot of riders will leave from that 6 to 8 window, right around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We really have to cut it off. We don't want our riders taking off. If you start leaving past that, we'll just say, hey, you need to cut your ride short.
Right.
Our volunteers.
You got to get back,
They got to get back, and our volunteers, we don't want to overstretch them. Yeah.
And so have you ridden it yourself?
I fake rode it. So the other, what I did a couple of years ago is I took the truck, and I was riding on my bike. I'd ride through an intersection, and I showed people where all the turns were.
Yeah.
And I was pretending I was on my bike, but I gave the big reveal at the end.
Oh,
no, I've never ridden it myself.
But it's an amazing ride. Absolutely amazing.
Completely, it's scenic. And we have a new paving on Bear Notch Road. So it's a really, really good ride. There's a reason why, the Mount Washington Velo Club, the bicycle club, my mistake, lives here, all those people, because there's some great riding in the valley.
Absolutely. And then coming up in August, you've got another bike riding opportunity.
Absolutely. The internationally renowned Mount Washington Auto Road Bicycle Hill Climb. That is quite an undertaking. And most
it's only 8 miles.
It's only 7.6 miles.
Yeah.
It's only one hill. But it's the steepest hill climb. We've dubbed it the steepest hill climb in the world. Dick DeVellian, local longtime rider, said, "Hey, you do rise over run, it's the steepest hill climb in the world." Basic math.
And that's coming up on August 17th.
August 17th.
And there's still room.
There's still room. There's still room. Absolutely. We've done a couple new things this year. We've unpacked the prize money. It used to be winner take all, but now we have different prize levels for first, second, and third for overall winners. State Bicycle Company is sponsoring the fixed gear. So if you're on a fixed gear bike, meaning you pedal it forwards, it goes forward. You pedal it backwards, it goes backwards. You only have one gear. But by and large, most people go up Mount Washington in the lowest gear anyways.
Right, yeah.
So you go up, and they're giving $250 to the male and female that takes the top prize there.
Nice.
We also have an additional prize money of $500 for that category. So yeah, still room, still a great event. We had the practice ride the other day, and during the practice ride, they were socked in. So you couldn't see right in front of you.
Because you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
No, you don't.
Never know what's going to. The story I remember is about somebody who it was very windy, and the person kind of fell off their bicycle and had to go back down below tree line to get back on their bike. So because it was so windy. But but that's that's what makes an event like that so amazing.
Completely.
And again, not an event that I have done, but I'll cheer people on for it.
Yes, absolutely. It's a complete circus at the top. Give me some more cowbell. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you still can sign up. How do you sign up for that?
Sign up. You can go to our website, Tin Mountain's website, or you can go to Bike Reg, which is a sponsor of ours. You can go to Bike Reg, and you can find us right there. You can sign up online.
And I think that's important for people to know. There's still room, but sign up. I mean, don't wait, because you don't want to be like, oh, there's still room, and then all of a sudden there's not, because such a popular event.
It is a great event. We certainly have people that have been waiting on the fence to make sure that they're going to be all set. But as Dick DeVellian said, anybody, you put your mileage in, you set yourself into an easy gear, you can do it.
Yeah. Very cool.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to toss out about Tin Mountain?
Well, Tin Mountain, before we know it, school's going to be starting.
It is.
Absolutely. I think we're at the halfway point. I teach myself over in Freiburg.
Don't even go there yet. Come on, it's still summer.
Absolutely. But, before we know it, we'll be starting up with our schools, and it'll be great, because what student in the Mount Washington Valley hasn't had a Tin Mountain educator in their classroom?
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah. So fascinating. Well, Jonathan, thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
So don't forget, the Century Ride is this weekend, this Saturday. Go to tinmountain.org and get some more information on that. Plus, also the Hill Climb, August 17th. Still time to sign up.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. Back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.